We try to do a today's bonus buy on a regular basis. This is a cool little piece of equipment. This is called the iVac Pro. iVac is like having a central vacuum cleaner system in your home for a fraction of the price. Most people tend to put them in their kitchen, but I'll tell you what, if you've got a litter box anywhere near your home, this is where you put the iVac. The iVac Pro is a 1,400-watt motor, whereas their regular motor is 1,000 watts, which is still very powerful. But you can suck things up in this that you would just never pick up in a regular vacuum cleaner because it would be destroyed. I've got 3 dogs in the house. I've got dust bunnies every day. That's why we've got an iVac in the kitchen. And today, I've got one for less than $100. There are 3 different colors that are currently available. I have a white, I have a black, and I've got a silver. They all work the same exact way, but this is also one of the easiest ones with this pull-down mechanism to be able to lift out the dirt and be able to pack it back in and get right back to working. It uses an infrared sensor here at the front, so it's on and it's waiting for me to go ahead and make a mess or to clean something up. And if you look closely, there's a light over here on this side. When I take my broom and place it in front of, you'll see these 3 little indentations like a golf ball. See them? Well, when I stick my broom here, it turns itself on, and now that vacuum is going to be able to pick up a lot of dirt. It's, again, like having a central vac system. Now, I can draw out my big vacuum, but with the little messes that happen all throughout the day, it's a much simpler and easier way to get the job done. And then this will shut itself off in just a few seconds, and we go on, okay? These are normally $149. We're giving you an additional filter. That's usually $10.95. So that's $159 QVC price. But our today's bonus buy is almost $60 under that. And we've got 5 easy pay payments for you of $20. And again, a terminology that always drove me crazy. There is no such thing as free shipping and handling. Somebody had to pay for it. And with gas being $5 a gallon or higher, that's really a generous thing for the folks at iVac and QVC to do for you. I want to bring in a dear friend. Kylie Watts is the brand ambassador for iVac. We've had over 21,000 already purchased. This is a neat little unit. How are you, my friend?
I am doing great, Mr. Hughes. How are
puppy.
you? I know. There's people working outside of my house, Dan, so we may hear the dogs. I'm not going to lie. They're wandering around watching.
I had somebody earlier today, because I said, hey, how you doing? They said, I'm whelmed. And I went, what? I said, I'm whelmed. Not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, just right in the middle. Just whelmed.
Sounds good.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't have over and under, not have something in the middle. It's a good day.
I love it. It is.
Where did this technology come from? Because if you want to put a whole home vacuum system in, you're not doing it for $100.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So this is, like you said, having your own central vac system. In fact, iVac Pro was created for commercial spaces. So think hair salons, industrial parks, places that made a lot of mess. And what they realized after we introduced our home version here at QVC was that people wanted more capacity. They wanted more power. So we brought the Pro in here. And it's great because, as you said, you've got an infrared sensor in the front that's going to activate and let you know when it's here. When you get home, you plug it in. There's a dial on the side. That's how you control it. And I'll show you both modes too. So we're going to flip it to auto, and it's automatically on. So when we get in front, oh, thank you guys. That's a nice close shot there. When we get in front of our iVac and I put my broom there, it automatically starts a very powerful vacuum. So I can go ahead and take my streamers and sweep right in. We've got 1,400 watts worth of power and a 1.6 gallon capacity. But let's just say that you don't want this on the auto mode. You also have a manual mode, which means when you get in front of your iVac, you can see when I put my hands here, it is not going to activate until we tell it to. Big button right here, you hit that, watch what happens. Look at the power of that 1,400 watt motor as I feed it the pet hair. So this is perfect for your kitchens, for your bathrooms, for your entryways. If you have pets, it's an absolute must-have, and it's going to be awesome because it's always out, it's always on, and it's always ready to clean for you.
Yeah.
So you're not bending over, you're not chasing that line of dirt, and you're not breaking out that big upright vacuum.
I really respect that. The button that you were talking about is called a kick button. They designed it so that you can hit it with your foot instead of having to bend down, and then that's when you grab your broom. I don't know what I think we took a whole pile of crackers. And I'm gonna actually, you wouldn't normally do it this way, but I'm gonna push it in so that you can see the vacuum grabbing it. And it's actually fun to do. And it makes those little spills and little messes that happen several times throughout the day, just not a problem. And then again, it turns itself off in a couple seconds like it just did, and you're ready to go. How long do the filters last? Because I know in this configuration, we're giving them an extra filter, which we don't normally do.
We sure are. Well, these are lifetime filters that are actually washable and reusable. So they're not filters that when they get messed up, you got to throw them away. We're giving you an extra one in case you're washing yours and it's still wet because you don't want to put it back in that's wet. In fact, there's dual filtration inside of this. What you're going to notice too with your filter, it's going to have this mesh covering this time, which is awesome. This actually helps keep that bigger particulates like the dog fur and all that from going into the filter. A lot easier to clean. So we love that. So an extra filter is awesome. But what we did, Dan, as you know, we create a clear front canister one so you can see how the iVac works. Now, yours isn't going to look like this. This is just so you can kind of x-ray in and see the machine itself. It's lightweight. It's about 10 pounds or so. Has a great carrying handle. So if you did want to move it from room to room, you could. You do plug it in. So you've got a 6-foot cord. And watch when we turn this on into our auto mode. When we get in front of this, I'm going to start, actually, I put on manual. Let me see. Oh, it's on manual. I'll go back to auto here.
There you go.
So auto, when I get in front of it, I feed it my pups. What happens is the cyclonic technology starts going to work, keeping that dirt away from the filter. So those pups are moving. So the iVac has all the bells and whistles of your traditional upright vacuum. You're just not having to take it all out. And here's a great image of everything that it has. So that on-off power switch, dual filtration, one of them's that pre-motor filter to keep that dirt away, high efficiency exhaust filter on the side. You've got a 1.6 gallon capacity in your canister, which is awesome. Biggest capacity that iVac does.
Yep.
Your manual switch on the bottom, that inlet is about the size of a quarter. So as long as your particulate's no bigger than that, and dry particulates only, please. And then your sensors, of course, the iVac will do all of the hard work for you.
Yeah, I like the Pro. One of the things, the Pro tells you when it's filled, and it tells you with a light that lights up here on the top. So it's very easy to spot. I don't have this model. The iVac I have has a waste paper basket bin on the top. But I've got a puppy who plays with it, Kylie.
Cricket.
Yeah. She knows that if she gets her nose in front of it, that it turns on, and she'll just turn it on and off every once in a while for fun. The silver has been very popular. I do too. Here's the black and here's the white. This is a really good price for any of the iVacs, but it's just a stupendously affordable price for the iVac Pro. This is a $159 QVC price. We cut this down to a little less than $100, and that today's bonus buy price will be going away. The other factor is I'm already down to finite quantities, and I can't get a reorder on this. Kylie, and I don't know if that's because of global supply chain or if they have something new coming up, but we've already been informed that this is it for this model for the whole rest of the year.
Yeah, and if you remember, Dan, we introduced the Pro a few years ago. It wasn't on air for a few years because it was hard to get. We finally got it back in stock during the holiday season. So yeah, this is a perfect time for you to pick this up because it's a great item. And if you've been thinking about it and you want one with big capacity, big motors, lots of power, this is the one for you. And I do want to point out too, even though it's our professional model, it still looks really nice. So if you look at it here in this video, it's sleek, it's modern. No matter what room you put it in, it looks like a really high-end appliance. Perfect for the areas where you have pets. Of course, as you said, by the kitty litter, you will absolutely love this because every single day the cats are knocking the litter out. But anywhere where you have a hard surface, so it could be in your garages, it could be in your entryways, it could be in your bathrooms, in your kitchens, even if you have a living room with all hard floors and pets at home or dirt being tracked in. And of course, because this is the Pro, you see the chain right there and all those kind of heavy particulates. This is going to do that because the power is inside of this. This is the most powerful, biggest iVac that we offered here. When you get this home, you're not going to have to take that big upright vacuum out once or twice a week.
Right.
You're going to use your iVac every single day, because we know cleaning with a broom is still one of the best ways to clean, right? If we're getting in the kitchen, we can go underneath the oven, get into the areas that are tough to come by, right? And instead of bending over or getting out the dustpan or bringing out that upright broom, we have this, we put it in our auto mode, we get right in front of it, and then all we do is sweep. So if you can use a broom, you can use your iVac. We'll get all that pet fur inside of here as well, the pet fur that's around here. And now my job is done, Dan. So much easier than a lot of the other alternatives to clean our floors.
Yeah. Listen, a broom is still a highly effective cleaning tool. A dustpan never was. You never get
Agreed.
things clean with a dustpan. Now, by the way, there have been people who said, okay, but this thing looks pretty small. I want you to think in terms of the canister on your handheld vacuum. The canister on your handheld vacuum is actually really small. Here is the entire canister for this unit. Look at the size of that. That's big. So you're looking at, I'd say, 2 to 3 times the size of a regular vacuum cleaner today. So you're emptying this very infrequently. And I've got to say, Kylie, the model that I've got, which is, again, a little bit different than this one, it's not something I use once or twice a day. It's something we wind up using half a dozen to a dozen times a day, because right now, all 3 of our dogs are blowing coat like crazy. So there's always little dust bunnies flying around. So you just grab a broom, you start it up, just tap in front, okay? Now, again, I'm gonna kind of push things in so that you can see it, but it gets everything very, very quickly, and then you just move on to something else. That's a cool piece of equipment. When you buy a cat and get a litter box, they ought to just go, here's your iVac. Just hand you one.
Totally. Totally. We know pets are messy, kids are messy, husbands are messy. We're all messy. The better you live life, the messier it can get. Nobody loves cleaning, Dan. We just love the results, and having the right tool to kind of help us do those cleaning jobs around the house to get those areas nice and looking great is awesome. That's what the iVac is about. It makes life easier, it makes life cleaner, and it's something that even the kids like to do because it's quite fun to see all that dirt and debris go inside. And then, of course, you know, put it in any room, but now is definitely the time to pick it up, and you'll love it when you get it home. It's one of those things that with pets at home, we wouldn't be without.
Kylie, when I started my program, I had about 650 of the silver, almost a little under 400 for both the white and the black. How many more airings do you have today? Because I know that price is going away soon.
Just 2 more presentations a little bit later on in the day, and then that's it.
Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan. Good to see you.
I really do appreciate being able to bring to you